All right. How many of you guys had a lemonade stand growing up? Yeah, I know. It's a childhood memory, right? Well, when I was in elementary school, my brother and I had the novel idea to start a lemonade stand like so many of you guys. Um, and it's actually really great. So when I was 9, my brother was 7, we started our first lemonade stand. And it was really successful for two young kids. We made $300. Yeah, I know. Thank you. We were pretty excited too, but we borrowed $50 from our parents, and so we made $250. But then our parents were really mean, and they made us donate $150 to charity, to a nonprofit called the Miracle Foundation. So we really were only left with $100. And then, I'm never really sure where the money went. I'm pretty sure my brother took all of it. Um, uh, but nevertheless, just by starting that lemonade stand, we, though we didn't realize it at the time, we learned 3 really important lessons about entrepreneurship that we still use today and that I really want to share with you guys right now. And these are the lessons. The first one is be unique. Rather than creating a traditional lemonade that we all know and love, we decided we were going to create a vegetable-based lemonade. Now, I know that sounds absolutely nasty, and trust me, it was okay, but the reason why it was great was our lemonade stand was directly in front of a yoga studio. And I don't know if you guys know anything about the types of people who go to yoga studios. You put vegetables in anything, and they will buy it. They'll buy lots of it. So it was a massive hit. People were coming out of these tiring yoga studios and saw vegetable lemonade and saw 2 little kids, and it sold like vegetable lemonade. Then the second one was be opportunistic. Early in the day, this nice old sweet lady came up to us and offered to buy a full gallon of our lemonade for a dinner party she was having that night. Don't know what sort of dinner party needs vegetable lemonade, but hers did. Then they gave us the idea that if that we can make more money selling our lemonade by the gallon rather than selling it by the cup. So anytime someone remotely seemed to enjoy our lemonade, we immediately turned on that little kid charm and those puppy dog eyes and tried to convince them to buy a full gallon. And it really started to work. And then the third one was be socially responsible. As I mentioned before, our parents made us donate $150 to a nonprofit. And as a 9-year-old, we were super unhappy about that because it felt like we were just losing our money for no reason. But that decision to give money was so important because it led us on a journey where I still work with that same orphanage today, that same nonprofit today. And in fact, that nonprofit, the Miracle Foundation, helped give me my idea for the current startup I'm working on, Trash Bots. But I think the most important lesson I learned from this entire lemonade stand thing was, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade and sell it. But obviously, a lemonade stand works for a 9 and 7-year-old. But if today I went to my parents and said my new idea was I was going to drop out of college and start selling lemonade, they look like I'm crazy. Probably most of your parents would not be very happy if I told you should all drop out and sell lemonade. So now you have to figure out what is your lemonade? What can you do to go, hopefully be successful? So that's where this comes in. My parents always told me, my mom always told me, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And when I was younger, I really took that to heart. I did what I loved. I watched TV. I was super into Fortnite when it was the thing back in high school. Not so much anymore, but nevertheless, that was not what she meant at all. In fact, there was a lot of consequences for me doing that. What it really means is, if you have a passion, if you're passionate about something, whether it be sports, art, music, writing code, underwater basket weaving, whatever it may be, and you convert that passion into a purpose by joining a sports team, by starting a band, by even starting a company, and you really work towards it, practice, practice, and practice again, you put in your 10,000 hours, you will eventually become successful. And that is what's really important. For my brother and I, going back to that same nonprofit that we donated to, we started working with them, and we found out we got really passionate about that nonprofit's cause. We actually started volunteering with them and started teaching, and we found a passion with going and teaching the orphans that they had, the orphans that they helped. We found a passion with teaching them problem solving and creativity skills. But that passion led to a purpose when we started, when we got the idea of helping develop curriculum for them and helping and spending 5 years going to orphanages all around Southern Asia. It was really fulfilling to sort of make an impact, and we felt like we were fulfilling more of a purpose. But there's an issue. You can only travel to so many different orphanages. You can only do so much. There needs to be a way to make more of an impact. So by wanting to create more of an impact, we basically wanted to combine our passion for STEM education to create with our passion for entrepreneurship to use the lessons that we learned from both of them to create a product that could help. But obviously, at that time, we were both high school students and we had no idea how to do it. So we practiced, we learned. We entered random business plan competitions. We failed a lot. Some of them we did well. And in fact, we actually helped organize this event several years ago when it was at a different venue, right? So it's been quite a journey. But what the most important thing is, we learned skills that got us to test many great ideas. What eventually led to what we're doing right now, which is TrashBots. And what we do is we create a low-cost platform that allows teachers to teach skills like computer science, like robotics, like STEM. So almost coming back full circle, right? Our initial passion has led us to creating what we're working on now. And it has allowed us to create a product which teachers all over the United States use, which has allowed us to travel the world and go run and teach kids not only in those orphanages in India, but in places like in Mexico, in Peru, in Africa, and all over the world. But more importantly, and the thing that I'm actually more excited about, is it feels like we're really making a difference. It feels like we're really making an impact in the world. For the first time ever, it feels like skills that I learned when I was in high school, when I was in college, are actually being applied to real world problems. And those skills are allowing the other 1.3 billion kids who are out there, who are not in this room and don't have those opportunities, to go out and do what they love and eventually make their own lemonade, make their own opportunities, and be gainfully employed one day, But taking a step back and sort of looking at entrepreneurship as a journey, there's some really, I think there's 3 important lessons which I want to leave all of you guys with. The first one, which I think is most important, is pursue entrepreneurship as early as you can. And I'm talking to all the students out there, because one thing you don't realize is you have free lodging and free food for a long time. Your parents don't have the ability to just quit their jobs because they have to support you guys. But you guys have unlimited amount of time and resources, so freeload off your parents and start having fun with your entrepreneurial journey. And then the second thing is, make connections with peers and mentors. Just by coming here, I can guarantee you that you will find someone who has a shared interest with you. Talk to them, work with them, because they could one day be your co-founder. They could one day work with you to solve a problem and make an impact on this world. And the third and the most important is, go make lemonade. Thank you.